Christmas is only 5 days away now. So let's take a look at how much some of these Christmas colouring books made. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name is Rory and I run this channel here. And before we get into anything, can I ask you guys to smash that like and subscribe button, as would be greatly appreciated. And now, before we get into anything, I don't know if you guys may be able to notice, but I got my Invisalign fittings yesterday, and if you don't know what they are, they're just aligners to straighten teeth, and sometimes it's hard to pronounce some words. I've got a bit of a lisp going on, so if you notice it, I'm sorry for that. I have talked about the colouring books a lot. You guys have heard me ramble on about the colouring books a lot, and Christmas colouring books. And well, like I said, we're 5 days away, and well, I'm going to tell you now, these books have made a lot of money. And then later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys how you could have niched down with a Christmas colouring book, and well, how you can prepare for future events that may be coming up. So let's dive straight into it. Now, I've started off with just typing in Christmas colouring book, and as you can see, there is 20,000 results. And we've got a bestseller here, the ultimate Christmas colouring book for kids, fun children's Christmas gift or present for toddlers, etc, etc, with a BSR of 3,981. And now we could just type that into the BSR Amazon calculator, 3,981, just type that in, calculate sales, 787 sales per month. So that's looking at above $1,000 per month with that singular book. And then we've got another one here by Jess Valinsky, a well-known author, 5,339, 5,339, 624 sales per month, so a tiny bit less, but still looking at a lot of money there. And then we've got another one here by Joanna Bassford, 2,062, 1,300 sales per month. So that's looking at $1,500 plus just for the month of Christmas. And well, we can just keep scrolling down, and we've even got another one here, 1,859, so 1,859, 1,400 sales there. And you can see, we scroll down, I mean, there isn't any here above that 100,000 mark. There's thousands of dollars made in the Christmas colouring book niche. And obviously, I don't know if any of you guys are thinking at it at the moment, but it's way too late to be uploading books in the Christmas colouring book niche, Christmas books at all. It's way too late to be doing that, because most people you'll find will have finished their Amazon shopping by now, and they won't be looking to get Christmas colouring books as such now. However, it's just interesting, I feel, to go over, after looking at a niche, well, how much potential there was there. And I know there's 20,000 results showing at the moment, but now I'm going to show you how you could have niched down with the Christmas colouring book. So if I go then to snowman colouring book, that was a keyword phrase I used, 1,000 results. Well, there's one here, 16,600, 974,000, that's a bit high, 51,000, 21,000, 62,000. Just by niching down with simple keywords like that, it was possible to get within that below 1,000 mark that we are ultimately looking for. So it's just a way of sub-niching with these kind of niches, and obviously they've made a lot of money in those sub-niches as well. And you've even got other ones like elf colouring book. I can imagine you could think of reindeer colouring book, Santa colouring book, Father Christmas colouring book. There's many different ways to niche down just by searching up basic Christmas keywords that you can then use. And well, if we go to a site like Creative Fabrica, like I like to show, I'm sure if we typed in something like snowman colouring book, it'll come up with various different illustrations we can use in our book. And yeah, well, like I said, this has just shown us that there was thousands and thousands of dollars made in that Christmas colouring book niche, and Christmas in general. We could search up Christmas lined notebook, I'm sure. I know there's 10,000 results, but if we're looking at one like this, that's had 1 million, it's got a sale, 206,000, 571,000. And yeah, so within that Christmas niche altogether with the KDP books, there was a lot of money made with this month. But why am I telling you all this? Why is this important for you guys to hear now? Why would you even care that I'm telling you all of this? Well, now let's get to that. So, how can you prepare for the next big event? How can you be with the next book with these types of niches? And well, let's talk about the next couple of events coming up. So I'd say the next big one as such to Christmas would be Easter. And now Easter, it's a big thing celebrated all round, and well, I would definitely say that's a niche I would write down to keep a note of to be creating books in, whether that be in line journals, colouring books, Easter colouring books. Let's see what happens if we type up Easter colouring book. There's 20,000 results, but the sales I would say aren't that high at the moment with the Easter related ones, like the great big Easter egg colouring book, 205,000, another one here 997,000, but I'm sure if we click on this one and then we went down to how well it sold during that period, well, you can see reaching bestsellers ranks of 2,000 around that March-April period, reaching times of 187 there. That looked like the all-time lowest it got to. And yeah, so at the moment these books won't be making any sales, so that could suggest to us, well, the competition, it's not that high at the moment. Yes, it's making a couple of sales per month. However, the competition, compared to what it will be when it gets to Easter time, is a lot lower at the moment. So I'm telling you all this because I would say, even if you're getting in there now, Easter, it's months and months away. It's about 3-4 months away. Even if you're creating these kind of books now, that is not a problem at all. That's actually a good idea I would suggest to you guys because, well, I believe that it would be better to get in there early than to leave it too late when these books start ramping up their sales and then making it even harder to compete with these kinds of books. Because, well, as you can see, competing with books that are at BSRs of 400 or 200 even, it's going to be a lot more difficult than competing books which at the moment are around 200,000. And yes, 20,000 results, that's a bit high, but that comes down again where I just did some basic niching down with the Christmas colouring book niche for like snowman colouring book, elf colouring book. I'm sure if you typed in Easter bunny colouring book, you've got down to 4,000 already, and you've got a bunch of books here. And we could even niche down even more. Easter, let's go Easter egg colouring book, 413 results. And well, as you can see, that book we were looking at earlier, that book has shown up as the top one there. And yes, as you can see, there is quite a few trying to do this idea, but yet these sales aren't very high at the moment. So you could see, well, if you're getting your book in there now, you might make a lucky sale. You can imagine how important that could be for that niche, because if it gets that one sale, well, then it'd be pushing it up to like maybe even the first page among all these different books which have BSRs of 900,000 at the moment. You may have the chance of being pushed up into them. And then, well, when it comes to around that Christmas period, what it means, you would be one of the books on the first page when people come to look at the Easter colouring book, meaning you could have the potential to be making a lot of sales when it comes around to that period. And well, so that's the next big event, I would say. And then honestly, I would say the next big event would be Halloween. Halloween is a great niche, but really there isn't any events between that make a lot of sales. The main ones during the year are the Easter, the Halloween, and the Christmas, really. Those are all the main ones I see with colouring books especially. Colouring books are huge, especially with those three that make a lot of money. And I'd even say if you're preparing at making Halloween books now, maybe it's a bit too early. Halloween is like 11 months away, 10 months away, whatever. Yes, maybe a bit early. Now, you don't want to do it too early because that can mean, well, if you're not making any sales, Amazon could just push it further and further down the pages. But I'd say definitely when it comes to Easter, well, there wouldn't be any harm in starting to look at creating your books, planning what kind of interiors you want to use, spending a lot of time on it. Even if it was spending a couple of weeks, a month, creating the perfect book, well, I believe there'd be a lot of potential. And, well, that was basically the whole video. So we went over the books that were making a lot of money within Christmas, the Christmas colouring books, and well, we saw how much money there was. There was thousands and thousands within those books, and you'd be surprised how quickly it came around. Like I'm sure I made my first Christmas colouring book like mid-November time, telling you guys to get into it, Christmas books. And well, we've come around and you can see what we predicted, that there'd be a lot more sales, has happened. There's been a lot more sales, and all I can say is don't let this happen when it comes to Easter. And obviously I'll be making more and more videos leading up to the Easter period, and let's make a book that can get to that 1,000 mark, 500 mark, 200 mark. Let's go and make some big money. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that video. It's been quite a short one, but we just went over basically a review of the Christmas niche, how much some of these books have made, and how you can prepare for more events in the future so you don't miss out on one of these books. And hopefully, when I create my next video on the Easter niche review, your book is going to be the one that's showing up, that I am going to be looking at and showing, wow, it's making this amount of money per month. And place like Creative Fabric, I'm sure if you typed in Easter colouring book, well, it's already showing us some very simple pages that you could be using. And that is how simple it is really to be creating these sorts of books. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one, and let's be the next best seller. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.